तो हेलो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे इस चैनल पे जिसका नाम है रेंडियर गेमिंग। और आ चुके हैं हम अगले भाग में, द आउटर वर्ल्ड के। तो भाई, जैसे कि पिछले भाग में आपने देखा, हमने एली की मतलब मदद करी और बाद में हमें पता लगा कि वो एक चोरनी है जिससे हम बात करने जा रहे थे, जेसी नाम की। अब उसने हमें एक नया टास्क दिया है जिसमें वो कह रही है कि उडोम से जाके बात करो। ये रहा, कन्विंस उडोम बेडफोर्ड टू क्लियर जेसीज डेप्ट। ठीक है ना? और ये मिशन कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। देखिए कौन है भाई। उडोम भैया, वेयर आर यू? मुझे लगा अंदर नहीं जाना। अरे ये तो मुछड़िया है। मुछड़िया जी।
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
यहाँ तो पकड़े गए भाई हम। फॉरगेट एलेक्स, व्हाई डू यू इम्पाउंड माई शिप? आई एम गोइंग टू रिंग स्क्रॉनी नेक। ओहो, एलेक्स इज इन इम्पॉर्टेंट। आई एम हेयर टू टर्न इन फिनियस वेलिस। क्या करा जाए भाई? ये करते हैं भाई, एलेक्स इज इन इम्पॉर्टेंट।
What?
Phineas Wells is the mad scientist wanted by Bod, right? Before we get down to business, I need to show. Lie. I meant smells. I really smells in here.
I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard Wells. Phineas Wells.
अच्छा, ये बोर्ड का मेंबर है भाई, अभी लंका लग जाती। You did. I'm sorry for giving you hard time. Learn to take a joke. That's not very nice things to say about someone. Even you wanted owl.
Oh, it's quite all right. I'm used to it.
Phineas Wells is a mod scientist wanted by the board, right? पीछे करो भाई, पीछे।
Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior! Oh, and there we are. I've removed the lock on your ship in a show of my gratitude. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh no, oh no.
मैंने गड़बड़ कर दी भाई। What?
Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for
मैंने
nights on
गड़बड़
end or
कर दी भाई लोगों,
anything.
मुझे लग रहा।
The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons.
So far so entirely expected.
I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fancier on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board.
You have to be kidding me. How stupid can you be? So before I can do the board favor and turn over Willis, forget it.
You probably don't even know where Wells is. None of my contacts ever pan out. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
So about Phineas, I'm here about Jesse Doyle's. पहले तो इसकी
Miss
करें।
Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She worth more life than dead. Put her under. क्या करा जाए?
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill. I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I wanted to ask you something.
Be my guest.
Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Has it gotten less stingy?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this
ये
office is the primary embassy for the
उनका
board
बोर्ड
of
का
the
आदमी है मेरे
Groundbreaker,
ख्याल ये.
corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the
बोल रहा है
chairman's
ना
exclusive use.
गांडू साला.
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears,
अभी मैंने मरवा दिया था
busy little
फिनियस
hands.
वेलिस को.
I have few complaints. Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
You call
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
चलो.
You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it. Gracious, no. I can't imagine what gave you that idea. I only facilitated communication between the board and Chief Tennyson. It's not my fault she was stubborn.
चलो भाई.
Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
चलो भाई.
Ask away.
पहले तो ये मिशन करूं भाई. बहुत बातें करें भाई इसमें. हद कर रखी. बम्बू दे रखा बातों का. लेकिन हाँ मजा आ रहा.
Wish I
अच्छा.
could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped you? You really don't like owing people's, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Welcome on board, Ali. Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Ali?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent.
Yes.
But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
चलो भाई. Don't tell me you tried.
What can I say? Something about people telling me I can't do a thing that just makes me itch to prove them wrong. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
चलो भाई.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
चलो भाई ये भी ठीक है. अब हमारे पास एक और बंदी हो गई है पार्वती के साथ साथ एली भी. यहाँ तो मैं जा ही नहीं सकता शायद.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay. I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself. It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart. I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me. Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
मैडम अब मैं कर लूँगा डिलीवरी भी आप लोगों के लिए. ये क्या है? Wheelers told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment.
Did he now? A mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time.
करना
We
पड़ता है
need
भाई,
his
मिशन तो
delivery
पकड़ने
soon
पड़ेंगे
as
इसमें.
yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws. Keep hanging around, and I'll begin to think, what can I do for you?
Nothing.
You have
चलो भाई. इसका मतलब है ये भी कहेंगे जितने भी मिशन हैं अब हमारे पास सारे बाहर के बचे हैं भाई लोगों. तो हम भाई ये करेंगे. अरे ये कौन बैठी भाई?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
बिल्कुल.
You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are?
अरे
Made
तेरी
without
कुक्की
a
नहीं चाहिए
single
हमें.
natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me. Adam told you. Udom told me you have the official board seal.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a
अरे इसी के
transaction.
पास तो आना था यार मिशन
Lucky
पे.
for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
बताओ जी बताओ. ओ नहीं भाई इतने कहाँ से लेके आऊँगा मैं.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Wonder what kind of haul they left behind.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more. I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
चलो ठीक है.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
ओके आंटी जी.
I found a handsome.
अभी ये गन है क्या है? पर इतने हैं नहीं भाई मेरे पास। भाई डैमेज देखो भाई इसका क्या है। दसवां लेवल आ चुका है भाई। क्या बढ़ाऊं भाई, क्या बढ़ाऊं? चलो पर्क पर्क में क्या बढ़ाया जाए? वेंडर प्राइसेस 20% कम हो जाएंगे भाई साहब, ये भी ले लो। क्या है भाई तिजोरी? सारा सामान लूट लूंगा बहन का नंदा। अरे है क्या? वापिस जाना है? आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट द अपॉर्चुनिटी मेंशन्ड।
Yes, dearie? Anytime, sweetheart. You.
अरे
If you're here for the.
या
What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. Though
हाउ डू यू मीन हु इज मिस चुल्ले?
it's almost time for.
अब भाई यही करते हैं, उड़ो।
Depends. What are you planning to do with it?
बट टू गो टू, व्हाई डू यू केयर?
See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Anything else, dear? Yes, dear. Which offer were you? You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay, and the Monarch wilds ain't exactly safe.
Horribly how?
Pick your poison. Marauders. Might be best too, yes. Suit yourself. Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go.
कितनी बात करनी पड़ती है भाई।
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
चलो भाई।
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
अब क्या करा जाए भाई? सारे भाई साहब वहां जा रहे हैं हम। इतने मेरे पास है नहीं, इतना माल मेरे पास है नहीं। क्या करा जाए भाई लोगों?
We're getting all our shots after this.
क्या है भैया? कचरा पट्टी जगह है भाई ये तो। क्या करा जाए भाई, क्या करा जाए? ना 8 है ना 10 है।
How do you do?
यहाँ पर वो था ना भाई, ये
Welcome. Everything I. Not me, but it's in my blood. I was born into corporate labor.
आर्मरी, आर्मरी है ना ये? बताओ अब कैसे पैसे लेके आऊं भाई? ये तो फंसने वाली सिचुएशन में फंस गया मैं तो, गंदे वाली। साले दो दो गार्ड रख रखे बुढ़िया ने।
If you're want a charming
देखिए मैं सेल क्या कर सकता हूँ भाई अपने पास से। चलो मैंने, अब यहाँ पर है भाई सारा खेल। ये तो कुछ भी ऐड नहीं कर रहा है भाई। मोड्स भी बेच दिए मैंने अब तो। सबसे महंगी चीज क्या बेच सकता हूँ मैं? मुझे लग रहा है मैं सारी भी चीज बेच दूंगा तो भी शायद मेरे पास इतने ना हो पाए। मुझे लग रहा गलत चॉइसेस पकड़ ली मैंने। गलत चॉइसेस की वजह से फंस गया मैं तो।
Rizzo's Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
If it isn't the savior of groundbreak. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me.
बिल्कुल।
Happy to help. That's my job, after all. All right. Be seeing you.
कुछ नहीं है भाई यहाँ। क्या करा जाए यार? अरे जा सकता हूँ भाई मैं?
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into
बिल्कुल.
you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty good to throw in, and somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
All right, Felix. Tell me why I should hire
You're
you.
serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Are you reading this off your hand?
Yeah, it's a second draft.
बताओ.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That
चलो.
motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to
बताओ
our
क्या करें भाई?
adventures together. What do you think? Am I in?
Shoot off the hell kind of a ship do you think I'm running? I haven't made up my mind. How about an interview?
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
बताओ मैच करवा रहे?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
चलो भाई इसे
Wow.
भी कर लो.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
Well, this'll be interesting, huh?
अब जल्दी से शिप पे जा और झाड़ू पोछा लगाना शुरू कर. और तू किचन में जाके खाना बना. यही काम करना है तुम लोगों ने. मैं तो सोच रहा था मेरी शिप नहीं मिलेगी मुझे. अब आ जाते हैं थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर अपने शिप पे मिशन पे. ठीक है ना. जर्नल्स में जाएंगे. पहले हम जाएंगे
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
बिल्कुल.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
How bad it can be.
She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem.
बता
Made my
तीखी
chest
ठुड्डी
hurt,
वाली पे
kinda.
नजर है इसकी.
Yeah, okay. Deep breath. Maybe I just got a little squish for a minute. But yeah, there's other stuff needs doing. Thanks for the talk, Captain. I was real out of sorts. I feel better now.
समझी ना, बुल्ली की पट्टी.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's the block.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
हाँ जी, that's the ship computer. It's not intelligent, but it does good imitation.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
अरे ये
Not
डांटी.
simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
What do you think? Parthi, is this safe to fly now that we got the regulator?
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I
Chal.
think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
चलो भाई. ठीक है, परचेस ये तो मैं अभी कर ही नहीं सकता. तो भाई पहले तो जाना पड़ेगा हमें यहाँ पर. अब यहाँ पर हमें देखना पड़ेगा, ये है जो फाइंड द कैप्टन. ये भी कर लो भाई.
Welcome back, Captain. How can...
क्या है? आई पिक्ड अप द डिस्ट्रेस कॉल्स. कैन यू पिक?
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
चलो भाई.
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad.
रोजवे पे तो हमारे 2 मिशन है.
Corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
I'm in the mood for some entertainment. Got a minute to talk?
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
नहीं नहीं, रहने दे,
As
कुछ
you
नहीं.
wish. Goodbye.
अब भाई हम जा सकते हैं रोजवे पे. रोजवे कहाँ है? यहाँ पर से आ रहा है. चलो फिर. नहीं नहीं, गलत जगह वो लैंड करवा दिया भाई.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
We gotta talk.
I'll lock up behind you.
सारे ही मुझे रोक के बात करने लग जाते हैं भाई मेरे से.
tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Do we know anything about who sent the...
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Why wouldn't they just call corporate and report it?
If you say so, I'm keeping a finger on the trigger all the same. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
चलो भाई, लेकिन भाई इसी के साथ साथ हम आ चुके हैं इस वीडियो के अंत पे, ठीक है ना? वहां पर कोई है भाई? कौन है? अच्छा, तो भाई इसी के साथ साथ हम आ चुके हैं वीडियो के अंत पे। मिशन तो ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाए, लेकिन हमारी शिप हमें वापस मिल चुकी है भाई लोगों। और इसके साथ साथ हमारे पास दो नए क्रू मेंबर आ चुके हैं, एली और फिलिक्स, ठीक है ना? और उसके साथ हम जा रहे हैं रोजवे पे। रोजवे पे हमारे दो मिशन है, देखो। दो मिशन कैसे? एक तो क्लींजिंग मशीन का, देखो ये मिलेगा हमें जो भी है, और डिस्ट्रेस कॉल तो है ही भाई, ठीक है ना? बाकी देखते हैं क्या होता है, लेकिन मिलूंगा अगले वीडियो में। इस वीडियो के लिए बस इतना ही। नया आया तो लाइक कमेंट सब्सक्राइब शेयर सब करो भाई। हो सकता है ये थोड़ी वीडियो आपको ऊपर नीचे लगी हो, लेकिन यार बस हर जगह बात कर करके मैं भी पक गया था, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा बात करनी पड़ रही थी यार। पर वही बात है, आपको मिशन लेने पड़ेंगे, सब चीज़ करनी पड़ेगी, तो भाई इस गेम में थोड़ा कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ आपको इस चीज़ से करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन होपफुली अब आगे पार्ट्स में आने वाले एंटरटेनमेंट होगा, क्योंकि अब हमें मिशंस लेने आ गए हैं, समझने आ गए हैं, तो शायद हम जल्दी कर पाएंगे प्रोग्रेस और ज़्यादा। तो बाकी मिलूंगा मैं अगली वीडियो में। इस वीडियो के लिए बस इतना ही, तब तक के लिए बाय, थैंक यू, धन्यवाद।